T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're reviewing the last of the Netflix deluxe figures, Scrapface. He's a Decepticon, and he is basically a Refraktor clone. I can tell you right now that paint scheme I'm seeing in there looks beautiful. There you go. Here is Scrapface's piece of the diorama, and it's bent. Womp womp. But, you know what, let's see if we can actually start building this. I don't know if they're just with deluxes or whatever they're in the Voyager boxes as well. Alright, here are the 5 that I have, and yeah, the bigger figures must come with these. And somebody with OCD is going to want all of these. But as you can see, you take the letters that are the same, slide them into each other. So how this is working, this main back wall, that is the ones that came with the Autobots, I believe. And if you get the 3 Autobots, then you do get Teletran 1. But you don't get the floor. And I see that you do need to attach something down here. And you need an A right there. And whatever E is over there. But this is a Voyager class next to that. And here is a Legends class, so they are tall enough to reach the control, so Deluxe is definitely tall enough to reach that. Here's Scrapface out of packaging with Refraktor, and I love this color scheme right there. I love this because it gives me super duper nostalgic G1 cartoon vibes. It transports me to the 80s. Like, they never even had a toilet look like this in the 80s. So seeing this really put me there for the cartoon, almost like it's a masterpiece. But this one, I really like this color scheme. And the only way I could justify this guy is in those first few episodes, there were tons of Refraktor clones. Like tons of them. But I like this color scheme. It's so shiny, and then it has wear on it. Like you can see the scrapes on the glass of his chest. I love the way the paint is on here. I love the paint on the legs. So yeah, I was talking about all the other characters didn't have paint on their guns. Well, that's definitely a ton of paint right there. In fact, this guy, I'm looking at him. He might have more paint than Refraktor. The head is definitely totally painted. And yeah, the back, there's nothing going on paint-wise on his back except his head. And let's let you see Refraktor. So, because of the colors, it hides things like hollowness and gappiness to a certain extent. In the package, what was really calling me is the paint right here around that. I thought it was chromed out, but it's not. It's just a flat whitish paint. But if you don't know how this is, the shield can be on his arm, or you can go ahead and put it in his hand from the hole like this, or you can port it into his forearm, which is my favorite. The gun can do whatever. There's ports on both sides. And if you don't want him to be the center bot, and I like the way this gradually goes from blue to gray on the outside, you can port this on his backside, and it limits his articulation, but that's a good enough turn. But let's let you see the articulation with this guy, since he doesn't have that. The head is just on a swivel. It's not on a ball joint, but you can use this hinge right there to look up a little bit. Butterfly joints, do the transformation. Arm goes out there. That does look weird and did bug me. He has double jointed elbows. The wrists don't swivel. It has a bicep swivel though. You can rotate. Kick all the way out to the side. Kick forward, kick back. The knee bends 90 degrees. If you move this out, no, it still moves 90 degrees. Let me shut up. I was about to lie. Ankle pivot, the toe goes down like that. So, yeah, a lot of cool articulation. I have 2 reviews for Refraktor, one single and one with all 3 if you need to see any transformation stuff. And if you want to see the combination, make sure you go to the video that has all 3 of them. Here they are in their alternate modes. The space satellite defense, I don't know, flying thing is keys right there, or landing gear, so it can land like this. It doesn't roll. This is a mega parts former because you take all of his accessories and incorporate them into the actual mode. You take this off the belly and put it back there. And of course you can use siege blast effects and whatnot with this. So let you see, this is what this looks like. I think the color scheme is way more cohesive with this because it's a whole bunch of blue instead of a bunch of random gray and purple. So this actually looks like more like a thing. Over here, this, since it's so clear, it doesn't look like a cockpit cockpit so much as this does. Even though this is a small robot, so I don't know what would fit in there. So there you are, comparison. But yeah, and you know, besides that thing, he turns into a cube. And what you're supposed to do with the cube is take his cube brethren and combine them together, which I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to make him the center since he's a different color. But basically you take the cubes and combine them like this. You could honestly have like a big army of these things and never stop. And his little shield weapon can combine with their shield weapon. Maybe I'll put his, how am I going to connect? I'm going to put his on the bottom since it's off color. Or maybe it got burned down there. And you take his gun weapon, merge it with their gun weapon, and this is what I'm going to need this for. Give me that. You plug that into here. Then you plug it into him, and boom. You know, got a camera with a fake flash right there. You can spin this to the back if you don't want to see the black arm. But there you are. You can barely even tell. It doesn't clash too much. And then the repaint version of this guy, the 3-pack, they're all different colors anyway. So here you are. Maybe you want the button over here. And the flash over there. So there's no viewfinder or nothing that makes it look really like a camera. While I'm taking this guy back to robot mode, I'm going to tell you that there is no difference in the quality. In fact, he feels maybe better than them. Well, there's that. But I'm going to get him mostly into a robot to show you something that I do, since if you don't have 3 of these guys. So let's rotate that back around like that. Rotate the legs out like this. Bring these things out. Rotate the head. And shove that down right here. Put the arms in like this orientation right there. And then we can put that into the cavity and kind of shove this over his shoulder. Then we can go ahead and close that. Bring this over. This isn't official what I'm doing right now. But I was desperate for a camera mode. And I came up with this. So if that's an old school retro camera, this will be more of a digital camera. Or maybe you could pretend he's like Soundwave or something. Because can this still open up in this? Yeah. that still opens up. I also made them into let me do that. I didn't do that on camera, I don't believe. I hope I didn't, because I'm about to show y'all again. But basically, with this guy being all square, he transforms just like Soundwave and Perceptor. So you could do a whole bunch with this guy, to be honest. Rotate the arms this way. Let me separate this. People have made a whole combiner out of just refractors. Like, you can connect them together because his body is covered in peg holes. And he has pegs all over the body. Like, you can make this into an arm, combiner arm, because if you move this, that moves up and down like that. And you can plug this inside of somebody's shoulder and make that into an arm. It's crazy. But I was bending this down. Let me change the orientation on this. All right. Changing it so it sort of go into the fist and not the side of his arms. I can make it aim down there like a telescope. I could have swore I had this knob put on here some type of way to make it kind of fake, like it can rotate, but it doesn't peg into anything but a stand port size because it's not 5mm. But yeah, whoever's still watching this, yeah, I like this guy. If you couldn't tell, I said it more than once. You could do so much with him, and the color scheme is just freaking awesome. Love them. But anywho, thank you, Nate Simmons, again for allowing me to review these. I'll get them to you soon, hopefully. Until next time, T-Man978, out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.